Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just getting a little stressed.
Okay. I feel that. What's going on?
So my situation is a little two-part. I've been listening long enough to know a little bit of how to get out of debt, but I keep starting budgets and don't know how to stick to them, and then they kind of fall apart. Life happens. And then the second part of that is I know the easiest way is to increase income. And in my position, I keep hitting this brick wall of you're overqualified and don't have enough experience in stuff like grocery or, trying to pick up extra shifts at like a local restaurant, doing server work or that kind of stuff. So I don't know how
They're
to
saying you're
overcome that.
overqualified when you try to get that extra jobs. I see.
I've had a McDonald's tell me face to face, yeah, you're way overqualified to ever work here.
Do you tell them, hey, this is not my be all end all, I'm just trying to make some extra cash?
I have told some, yes.
I would do
all
that.
of them that. So, hey, before Jade answers, because Jade's just the guru at walking people through this. In both of the scenarios you just painted, you've kind of cornered yourself as this tragic victim in this story. And you owe a whole bunch of money, and you're running up against some roadblocks. But I want you got to change your psychology on this, or it's just always going to be too heavy. Does that make sense?
It does.
It feels like you're going through life and life keeps happening to you instead of you saying, no, this is my one precious, reckless life and I'm going to live it all the way. I'm going to go all in. Right. And that means I'm not going to let an assistant manager at McDonald's tell me I'm overqualified. I'm going to convince them I need to work and I'm going to work harder than anybody you got on staff. And I got 15 hours. You see what I'm saying? It's just a matter of, I just refuse to be a victim in this story. And so I want you to change your psychology there. And Jade will walk you through it. She's the goat at this. But let's throw your shoulders back, man. Stand up tall, and we're gonna go head on and deal with this problem.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, 32. And what's your real job?
So I'm a full-time videographer.
Okay, videographer. And is it your business or you work for a company?
I work for a company.
Okay. So what would it look like if you really are getting these doors closed in your face? If I were in your shoes, I'm always one that if I'm looking for some side hustle work, I'm going to do the thing that's directly related to what I already know how to do because I probably already have connections. I already know I love doing it and I can charge more because I've cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying? So what would it look like you going out and getting some clients and you videoing some weddings and you being at the bar mitzvah or whatever it is? Are you able to do that? Say it again?
So it's funny you say that. I do that on the side, and it doesn't bring in enough for me to. I have kids. I guess I left that part out. I have kids.
How many?
And so it's kind of 4.
Is it just you, or do you have a wife?
I'm divorced.
Okay. So you're saying it's a time? Is it a time constraint? Is that the problem?
Not so much as a time constraint as much as I save money, and then kids need new clothes or new shoes or
right, but that's a budgeting issue. That's a budgeting issue, and we'll talk about that. Are the kids with you full time, or do you guys split it 50-50? How does that work?
They're with mom full time, and I'm kind of at this point I'm the cash cow.
Okay,
dude,
well, let's
there you
change
go
that.
again. There you go back
Let's
into
change
your
that.
corner. Quit being the cash cow.
Well, wait a minute, because you have 4 kids. You need to pay for them.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to. The way you said it made it seem like you were kind of mad that you had to pay for your kids. I'm just saying the way it came across. You might not have meant it that way. I forgive you.
No, not at all.
Okay,
Not
moving
at all.
on.
I don't mean it that way.
Moving on. Here's what number one, I wholeheartedly agree with John because it's kind of like I tried this, I hit a wall, it didn't work. Woe is me. I tried this, I hit a wall, it didn't work. Woe is me. Rarely will it work the first time. Usually you have to keep swinging and knocking and kick these doors down because nothing gets just, and you know this, nothing is handed to you and nothing is free and almost nothing is easy, And so I really want you to go, hey, look in the mirror tonight and go, this is going to be hard. This is going to be really hard. And once you've just been real with yourself, it's like, okay, now let's go. This is not going to be easy. This is a season and it's going to be tough. Once you admit that, then it's like, we're off to the races. So keep knocking on the door doing the videographer work, then go get you an Instacart job too. Now you're making more money. I want you on a budget. Here we do an every dollar budget. I want you to download it. You can download it for free on your own tonight. And then once you have the budget, those things that are what I would call just normal monthly expenses that come up will no longer be these things that throw you off your game and you're having to dig into your savings. Because on the every dollar budget, you'll be able to say, okay, I bring in an X amount of dollars each month. So how much money do you bring in each month?
About $3,000
Okay.
after taxes and insurance.
Perfect. So at the top of your budget, there's a place for you to put income. You'll put $3,000. Then there's a place where you can list everything that you could ever think of spending money on in a month, and it will do the math for you. So you're going to spend that $3,000 on paper or on digital paper on purpose. So December's coming up. I want you to say, okay, I'm making a budget for December. How am I going to spend this $3,000? And you're starting with the four basic walls, right? Your rent and your transportation and your utilities and your food. That's first. And then you go back through the next most important items. And then you make sure to write all the things that your kids might need. And look at their feet. Do they need new shoes? If you see, okay, the shoes are getting worn out, I'm going to start putting aside a little bit of money for that. But when you give this money a plan, suddenly it's like, okay, I see where it's going. And like you said, you can identify. It seems like it's a little bit of an income problem, and maybe it's a little bit of a I just needed a plan problem.
Hold on. It
right?
sounds like it's a massive, massive income problem.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're right.
Bro, you make $50,000 total, 48 probably?
Yeah.
And that's including the side hustles?
Yes.
With 4 kids?
Yeah.
Bro, your videography dream is over. I'm not playing. You got to go make some money. You can be an assistant manager at McDonald's and make that money.
That's real.
Like, you got to let that dream go, dude. You got 4 kids and you're drowning in debt. How much do you owe?
Total debt about $140,000.
Holy smokes, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, the dream's over, man. Or at least it's on pause. You can't afford that life. You can't afford it.
So you said you're overqualified. What makes you overqualified? What degree do you have? What are they seeing on paper?
So I have a bachelor's degree in mass communications. I used to work in news.
Uh-huh.
And news doesn't pay very well.
Right, we know
so I
that.
switched over
Neither does
to-
whatever you're doing now.
It pays a lot more than news.
All right.
What-
This is a wake-up call.
Yeah.
This is a wake-up call. Because here's the problem. We can tell you all day. I'm getting mad. We can tell you all day long. Here's a solution. Here's a solution. If you don't want to see the solution, there is no solution. You see what you want to see. You go through life and you can look for reasons that you can, or you look for reasons that you can't. Right now, dude, you are looking for every single reason that you can't, and you will find it every single time. But I promise you, the moment that you wake up and you say, I want to see reasons that I can do this, you will start to see them. This is all going on upstairs. You have told yourself that you've lost, and you have told yourself that you are the victim and there's no getting out of this. And only you can control that. John and I can tell you till you're blue in the face. There's options here. You can look at this, you can look at that, but we can't be the ones to change your mind, and we can't be the one to tell you. We can only tell you can do it. We can't go out and do it for you. We can't do it for you. So you've told yourself, I won't do it. I won't do it. That's what you told yourself. And I'm telling you, you can say you won't, but don't tell me you can't. People pull themselves out of holes every single day, holes deeper than yours. They go out and they work and they get it done because they know they can do it and they know they need to do it. This is The Ramsey Show.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.